it's an unbelievable disaster that is unfolding down there, and it's not happening really that slowly. We've already had over 1 million illegals come across the border and be encountered and apprehended by our border authorities. So many of our border authorities are taken off the line to help babysit and transport and do things that they're normally not doing, which opens up a gap. And in that gap, here comes the human traffickers and the drug traffickers, because our guys and gals are taken off the line and doing other things. And it's, quite frankly, every state in the union now is a border state. And I will tell you that my former colleague here in the House of Representatives and current governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, is telling him that officers in Texas told him that 70% of those they are interdicting are on their way to his state. These people are being farmed out all over the country. I was down at the border with Governor Abbott from the state of Texas and President Trump several weeks ago, and on my way back to Houston from McAllen, Texas, the plane was probably 1/3 to 1/2 full of illegals being ferried across the country. And I took several pictures. Unbelievably, they're carrying signs that say, I don't speak English, put me on my right, and it says bus, that's crossed out, and then it says airplane.
Wow.
And incredibly, this is what's happening. People don't realize that they're actually shipping in hundreds of thousands of illegal aliens, really unknown to most of the people in these localities.
Yeah.
And this is not just here in Texas and not just in, in Florida. It's all
every
over the
state.
country.
Yeah, every state is a border state. Congressman, I do want to bring up what you just referenced, some tweets that you sent out and those pictures that you were just referencing during your trip to the border. You said this on Twitter: I took these photos on my flight home from the southern border last month. Biden's using your tax dollars to fly illegal aliens all over the country for free, as you just said. So if you think the border crisis isn't everywhere, you're wrong, and we will all face consequences. One of those pictures showing, as you said, an illegal alien holding a sign saying, I do not speak English. What plane do I need to take? Thank you for your help. I mean, people see these images, and I don't think they still understand the crisis that's taking place and how it's going to impact our country, not just today or tomorrow or this year, but down the road.
There's no question about it, and it's not only inhumane and cruel, but I will just tell you this: there's been over 320 bodies found this year, and those are only the ones that we're finding. It is a dangerous, dangerous trek that these people are being encouraged to take by this administration. And my question would be, what kind of person, what kind of ethics and morality, what kind of character does it take this Biden administration to have this happening under their watch? Yeah. With 320-something dead people, encouraging and really making the drug cartels, the human trafficking cartels, the de facto controller of our southern border. And they know these migrants are now beholden to deadly drug cartels because every one of them are paying the price to cross the border. And if they don't, they are dispatched quickly and in a very, very quick, cruel manner.
Yeah,
and
we're showing.
I can tell you, fentanyl. I'm a healthcare practitioner. Fentanyl is way up. We have 90,000 plus Americans dying of drug overdoses each year, and that's coming across the southern border largely.
Yeah, Congressman Babin, I do want to bring to people's attention at home something that's about to happen, I believe, at the end of this month, and that's the end of Title 42. And I know that you recently were talking about that, and you compared it to a shell game happening at our border. Explain to folks what is Title 42, why it's significant, and what can be done to stop it from ending.
Yes, ma'am. Title 42, public health restrictions. This was the Center for Disease Control Director can turn people who are trying to go across our border, turn them back during the middle of a pandemic if they feel that they are a danger to public health in the United States of America. And they most certainly are, because we know I mean, for the last 6 months, and I've been to that border 3 times in the last 6 months, and many of these illegals coming across have COVID. They're COVID positive, among other diseases as well, and they're just being turned loose. So the Trump administration had their trials in 2019, and Title 42, the MPP, Remain in Mexico, the border construction wall, the safe third country agreements. These are all things that the Trump administration worked out, and they're all gone with the exception of Title 42 because of the public health thing. And this looks like the Biden administration is going to dispense and make this go away at the end of this month. And so there goes the last tool that we have to turn people back during this pandemic and keep Americans safe and healthy. And quite frankly, I am so happy that the state of Texas is going to fill the gap of the Biden administration, since they simply will not do their job. They're disobeying the law. They're not living up to their oaths of office. They're violation of their constitutional oath. And thanks to Governors DeSantis and many other states, Idaho, North Dakota, Arizona, our border states like Arizona are going to be getting some help, from these other states, like Governor DeSantis's Florida.
Well, they certainly need it, and, somebody needs to get it under control. And it seems really disingenuous on the part of the Biden administration to talk about any concerns over COVID or the new variants when you're going to reverse or end Title 42 at the end of this month, and you know that 30% of illegal aliens that are being, housed or stopped by ICE are refusing to get vaccinated against COVID. And now they're going to be just allowed throughout this country. Congressman Babin, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us.